Ladies and gentlemen, uniquely unqualified podcast take two. One subject, easier content. First things first, please like and subscribe. It helps me as I build this channel. Thank you so much to everybody that watches and has already liked and subscribed. I truly appreciate it. Let's get into it. Hakeem Jeffries. We've seen his face all over social media recently, especially ranting and raving going on about the SAVE Act. Well, what I have noticed about these discussions in the SAVE Act is that one by one Democrat, big D Democrat talking point, one by one, I believe that I have noticed at least that first first it's racist. Then all of the reporting goes out by independent journalists going to predominantly black municipalities, neighborhoods, asking if they have ID. All of them have ID. It's actually inherently racist for the Democrats to sit there and say that it's racist to ask black people and brown people for an ID. No, that statement is racist because you are implying that because they have either brown or black skin, that they therefore have no way to know or the ability to learn how to go through the process of getting an ID. Even worse, your birth certificate. Doesn't matter what color your skin is. If you were born in this country, you get a birth certificate. Anyway, then it's married women. That's bullshit too. Married women can get their passport, they can get their name changed, etc. To get a driver's license, and it would be the same thing under the SAVE Act. To get a driver's license, if you're a married woman and you wanted to change your name, you take your Social Security card to the Social Security Administration's office, your marriage certificate, and you say, I would like to change my last name so I can get my driver's license updated. They say, okay, go through, fill this out, boom, here's a stamp, go and take your name change to the DMV, boom, you get a new driver's license. It works that way with your real ID / star card, whatever you're calling it in your state, and it also works that way with your passport. And so it doesn't matter if you're married or not, it's still very easy to get whatever kind of identification or proof of citizenship if you're a married woman. So for that, the Democrats, that gets knocked off. Well, now, essentially, we've whittled all this down, and the Democrats, by way of Hakeem Jeffries' mouthpiece, the Democrats are now saying that they won't do anything regarding the SAVE Act until they can guarantee that immigration and customs enforcement agents will not be at voting polls. Let's go over that a couple different ways. One, I'm an American citizen and I'm allowed to vote. I don't give a flying fuck if there's an immigration and custom enforcement agent or an FBI agent or any other or police. I'm from Idaho, and there are usually designated police officers to make sure that everything goes fine. I don't give a shit if that's a police officer or an ICE agent. Why? Because I'm a citizen and I'm allowed to be there. It's just that simple. And so when you're talking about Hakeem Jeffries saying, well, we just won't do this because we don't want ICE to be monitoring in case illegals vote. Well, that right there is the whole fucking deal. They don't want the voter rolls to be gone through and dead names and non-citizens taken off. They don't want ID to vote. Because if you take, what did we say a little while ago? 100 and something million people vote. That's only 1/3 of the voting public. Roughly 20 million are either illegal or dead. And so you take 20 million off of 110 million. Now you're only down to 90 million, which is way less than 1/3 of the country. But when you look at states like Georgia that are decided, 11,000 votes? Well, 11,000 votes fits inside of 20 million pretty pretty snugly. So as I'm watching this go on, I think that it would be, I think that you might actually, if you're paying attention to this, because each time they go up, each time Chucky the Shoe is up there on the Senate floor, running his bullshit, and then Jeffries comes out like a fucking idiot he is, and, these guys just let it slip all the time. Because, again, as my late father used to say, time will either endorse you or expose you. And especially with this SAVE Act thing, and the big D Democrats are being exposed, not endorsed. They would be endorsed if they had a good talking point, a real reason to not pass identification to vote. They in that case, they would that one reason or two reasons would hold water, and they wouldn't need to keep getting hacked away and hacked away and hacked away at. And now we're coming down to Jeffries is saying publicly, I don't want ICE agents at my voting stations. Well, I don't either. However, I don't care because I'm a citizen. And the Democrats, I think there is a lot of merit to this. I think that the Democrats, for the past few elections, potentially, really kind of do have to rely on those unqualified, unverified, unvetted voters. We look at the insanity during COVID into the 2020 election with mail-in ballots. Say what you will about 2020 election, that shit stunk to high hell, still does. And now we're trying to basically hold on to what seems to be the way that Joe Biden got in office, whereas there's a bunch of dead people and illegal people putting up their vote. And Democrats don't want that. So thank you, Hakeem, for letting us know pretty much exactly what you're after. Uniquely Unqualified Podcast Take Two. See you next time.